Don't you just hate it when the sky doesn't cooperate? I got an Instagram inspired tutorial for you today. I've seen so many awesome skies lately, and of course, as we know, there's all sorts of AI plugins and editors that you can buy to swap out a sky. But did you know that you can swap it out pretty darn easy in ACDSee Photo Studio? So I thought I would run you through my simple process. I've got this shot on a track of Sarah here warming up, and I'm not loving the sky. I wish I could swap it out. Well, normally when you want to swap out a sky, one of the biggest problems is that it's burnt out kind of white, like it is in this shot. So this technique works fantastically awesome for doing that. What we're going to do, we're going to select the image that we want, and I've got a sky over here. Now, I just picked up this sky off of unsplash.com. You can do the same. There's all sorts of skies. We take our two images and we're going to pull them into the edit suite. We're going to take this image and drag it onto our layers panel. And we'll size it and bring in the clouds that we want in a place that we want. There we go. And hit commit. So we can only see the sky at the moment, right? Which is kind of a problem. But what we're going, if we turn this off, there's our track image. What we're going to do, and this is super easy, is just change our layer mode. And what we'll find is that usually a darken is just going to pop right in there, and we're almost done. Just like that. There's our off, there's our on. So what it's doing, where our sky is burnt, it's just darkening with this image. Of course, Sarah's skin here is being affected. If we have a look closely at her skin, you can see that there's some effect on her skin there. So we're just going to take a layer mask. We're going to click that, and a little paintbrush. We'll make a small feathered brush like this, and we're just going to paint black onto her to mask out that cloud effect. There we go. And then a little down her arm here where that's affecting her. And just on her torso here, maybe that arm. You can see a little bit on her hand. There we go. Probably we want to go in and get her pants. Now, you notice I nicked just around her here and kind of made her glow there. What we can do is just swap around our paint color, and that's why we do it as a mask, and just simply paint that back in. There we go. Swap it back to black, and we can have a look at these trees. These trees are a little odd in their burn right here. We'll just run through the trees. Perfect. Man, that's pretty good. And then we'll just toggle it on and off. I can see it on a ton of it on the track. So we'll make a big brush and we'll just paint over our track. There we go. That's all masked out there. There we go, on and off. There's our awesome sky in the background. Now we've got this last bit up in the top right corner, up here. Now what that is, if I turn this off, we can see that this bit of the sky is actually darker, and that wasn't burnt in. So this is where you've got to think of another way to do this effect. And I've also got the light. This is a strobe light that was lighting her, because the sun is actually back here behind these clouds. There's a light that's in our frame. It's lighting her up. So what we can fix both of these in one go. We'll turn this back on. Now, because this is a darken layer, it darkens everything that's lighter than it. Well, what we can do in between these two layers, we're going to add a new layer. And in this layer, we said that this darkens everything, right? So you know what? If we just take a white paintbrush and paint in there, it will replace everything that we paint white. There we go. I'll show you what we did. So I just painted white up here and it darkens that. There we go. And there's our picture underneath. Bam! It was really quick. You know, not quite as fast as some kind of fancy AI plugin, but you know what? If I hadn't been talking, I could do it almost as quickly as using an AI plugin, but I didn't have to spend $100 on an AI plugin, and this technique works fabulously well. So anytime you got a burnt-in sky, some days you go out there and it's just gray and you go, oh, I wish I could. Well, you know what? Here you go. Try this technique out with a darken mode layer, and you will have fantastic skies. If you got something out of this, please click like. If you want to get more of these tutorials, go ahead and subscribe. Our subscribership is going up. We are happy to make these things. Drop some comments in, happy to answer your questions. Get out there and make the world a better and more beautiful place.